Yeah! New shirts finally dropped. Go check the link in the description. JustByronShop.com. Cop yourself a shirt. There's 2 types. Go cop yourself whichever one you like. There's some descriptions to help you find your selection. Go check it out. Let's go. Jjan! Oh shit, that did not taste good. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Jjan podcast. Again, I got no guest today, but today I finally have a new drink to share with you guys. I've never tried this. I just saw this. I went to the store today to buy my groceries and I saw this and I was very shocked by what it was because I've never seen anything like this before in a store like this as well. So I'm going to introduce you to the drink in a little bit. But if you guys don't know, this is a Jjan podcast because every episode I try to bring new drinks to try for myself and share to you guys, and also, chat with other people because this is a podcast. But when it's just myself, it's a little shorter episodes because I don't have another person that can give their own feedback. You know what I'm saying? So, or feedback, no, but like their own opinions. So if there's a guest that you want me to have on a episode of Jjan podcast, let me know who I should have as a guest and what kind of topics I should do in the future. And also, if there's a person that you want, let them know as well so that they're notified about my channel and that I sent you, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. My goal, like I said, if you had watched my last couple podcast episodes, I said my goal is to get Kim Jong-kook on this podcast, not channel, but on this podcast. I don't know if it's ever going to happen because podcast especially is super small, but the channel as well is pretty small. So I don't know if by the time I hopefully get like a little popular, I feel like Kim Jong-kook's already going to be done, like with like promotions and doing Running Man and doing all his singing career, and you know what I'm saying? So hopefully I do get to have him on as a guest for Jjan podcast. That's my goal. Kim Jong-kook, not the one for BTS, but the Korean Hulk, you know what I'm saying? So he is my goal. Like once I interview him, or even if I start interviewing or chatting with other like artists, then I'll realize that, oh, this podcast is actually something, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let me cut the chase. Let me introduce this drink before we get started today's episode. If you guys don't know what the topic is, there should be a title and the thumbnail should kind of give you an idea. But I really wanted to, because this is a pretty special topic, so I wanted to bring a drink for you guys, because the last couple episodes just been drinking water because I wasn't prepared to make those videos, but those were recent news. This time I have a little bit of time to prepare some stuff. So I'm going to introduce the drink I'm trying today. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says it's actually called boba. It's a bubble tea drink. It says bubble tea. I mean, you can't see it, but it says bubble tea and it's boba. Isn't that like already copyright? I don't know, but and then there's like little, instead of tapioca, there's no tapioca pearls in here. It's just like those pink pearls that you get, but there's no like tapioca in it. It's just like, but it says there's matcha. I just found out there's tea in it. Like this has matcha in it. So yeah, this is my first time trying this. I found this like super weird at a grocery store, you know what I'm saying? I usually never find like bubble tea, like Asian drinks at like a bubble tea or at a grocery store like the one I go to. But this doesn't, I don't know if this is a Asian like product. I mean the drink sounds like it is, but I don't think the what is it called? The people, it's made in Quebec, it says, but the people that made this drink, I don't know like if the company is like from Asia or I don't know. Anyways, let me try the drink. Jjan! Oh, gotta break the seal. And it's kind of funny because this is glass bottle, so I found it kind of fancy too. So anyways, And I don't have the boba straw, so I'm gonna just drink it. I don't know if I'm gonna get Jjan, one more time. What? Oh, I didn't tell you what the flavor is. The flavor is strawberry. Maybe be able to see it, but it just kind of tastes like strawberry juice. I don't really taste any matcha in there, but there's supposed to be matcha in here or in there. The pearls are kind of just like, they're not tapioca, like I said. It's just like I don't know, like kind of like pulp, but like pink pulps. I don't know. Anyways, enough of the drink. In the comments, let me know if you guys are drinking something or eating something while watching this. Let me know what you're drinking or eating. And like I said, every episode, I'm gonna try to bring new drinks. I usually don't bring like special drinks when it's just myself, because it's just me talking. So like I don't really get a chance to drink anything except for the beginning when we cheers together. But when I have a guest, I bring drinks on, because they can have a time to talk as well, and then I can be sipping my drink. But anyways, enough of the drink. But today's topic is about the end of 2020 in K-pop and the beginning of 2023, and what I'm kind of looking forward to. So 2022 of K-pop, I think it was a pretty fun year in terms of K-pop. And I think by the title of the video, you should know that, in my opinion, if I could sum up the whole year of 2022, it was this year of comebacks, the year of returns as well. I mean, comebacks, returns. And I just found this year, specifically 2022, I've never seen another K-pop year where there were so many like groups coming back to K-pop or having their reunion comeback. There are so many groups like that are us old K-pop fans used to love that didn't promote for years, and they just in 2022 came out with a new song or even an album. You know what I'm saying? Some of the groups, Big Bang, who was a big group that did their kind of like last song, and then there's also Girl Generation was another big one, because they all actually came back. You guys should know, if you guys are K-pop fans and watching this video, you must be K-pop fans. So you should know that Girl Generation came back as a full group, and except for Jessica, but everyone else was there. And they came out with like a full album. I actually reacted to all the songs. If you haven't seen my reactions to them, go check them out. I do a series called Tay on Tuesday, so I pretty much, when that album came out, couple weeks after, I did react to all the B-sides and of course the title track Forever One. So if you want to check that out after this video, you can go ahead and check that out. But Big Bang and Girl Generation were the first two that came to mind when I thought about returns in K-pop, because they really did return to the scene. But with Big Bang, I feel like that was their last song together. And what's kind of funny, I kind of mentioned this or interesting, I mentioned this in my Icon podcast. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. But I mentioned that T.O.P. in the Still Life music video, T.O.P. was in space and was dressed like an astronaut. And then after last month, T.O.P. announced that he was going to be the first Korean, first Asian to go to the moon, which I found like super weird. I don't know if when they were filming that part of the music video that he already knew he was going to be going to the moon, or it just so happened that because he had that scene in the music video, they were like, okay, let's have Top go to the moon, like for real. So in the comments, let me know if you guys know more about it. But I just found that when I thought about it, and remembering the Still Life music video, I was like, wow, that just like, I didn't really believe it for a second, but I was thinking longer and I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy when you think about it. So let me know if that really happened, like if that was really the case, like, or if it was just a coincidence that he was in the music video in the beginning and in space, kind of space, but now he's actually going to space for real. That's kind of crazy. But, like I said, yeah, the returns of K-pop, you know what I'm saying? There's also, other like old and very popular groups, EXID, Kara as another big one. They returned to the stage, and actually as they were promoting their comeback, Kara, they actually also performed at the Mamas, which is a big thing because the Mamas was in Japan, and Kara was a really big, actually the biggest K-pop group in Japan when they were still promoting frequently. And I was told that, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's true because a lot of fans told me that. But I didn't know that until they commented that. But those two, and EXID also, when they're promoting, they're very popular. So those four groups on the top of my head, they came back and they returned with banger songs and banger comebacks, and also not just one song, which, except for Big Bang, they came up with one song. But all the other groups, EXID, Girls' Generation, Kara, they came back with a few songs, not just one song, which I really appreciate of them, because I know each member of all those groups are probably doing their own thing on the side too. So I know they're all super busy, especially Girls' Generation, because all of them are like starting to act now. And I recently I didn't watch it, the whole thing. I just saw the thumbnails and everything, but a lot of the Girls' Generation members were kind of in the K-drama awards. I don't know what the award show is called, but I think Yuna won an award. And a lot of the Girls' Generation members are doing K-dramas now and acting, and they're actually doing pretty well now. So they were taking the time out of their busy schedule to make this entire return album, and they also did perform live as well together. I forgot what it was called. SM Town, SMCU Express. I'm kind of confused with all these because recently during like New Year's, there was another SMCU concert thing, but it's called SMCU Palace, which was like another live concert show that they have to end the year. And a lot of exciting things happened. GOT, Girls on Top, the Super M female edition, they came out with a new song, which I was actually surprised by because it was supposed to come out, the music video was supposed to come out later this next week, but the song's already pretty much out because they did perform it on stage during that SMCU Palace. And they performed it live, so we haven't even seen the music video yet. So I'm very excited to react to the music video when that does come out. So be on the lookout for my reaction to that. So subscribe, press that bell notification so you don't miss that reaction from me. But yeah, going back to the main topic, 2022 to end the year. I mean, the whole year was kind of just a whole year of comebacks. Like every time a new group comes, or an old group comes back, or a new group comes back, I feel like in my head, and I usually say it too, that I like once this group's another group comes back, I'm like, okay, now if this group comes back, then it's gonna be the comeback, like the year of comebacks, and all of my predictions kind of came true of who's gonna return, which I didn't believe at first, but they really did come back. And I think only really EXO, as a group, was at the top of my head the only group really that didn't come back as a group, because I think some of the members are still in the military. But as a group, they didn't really have any new songs, but I did see a couple of them or a few of them at the SMCU Palace. So, and I think a couple of the members of EXO did come out with solo stuff, but as a group, they didn't do anything. So I think at the top of my head, like I said, EXO was the really only group that I feel like they didn't come out with that new song this year as a group. But yeah, end of the year, I think it was a really great year for K-pop, because mainly all the comebacks and returns and everything. And moving on to 2023, what I expect for this year, 2023, I think it's going to be hope it's going to be even better, because now with Secret Number, if you guys don't know this channel, my channel, big fan of Secret Number. They're still quite a new group, but they had a little hiatus due to some members leaving and then members coming, joining. And now I don't know if they really had like a full year to kind of come out with new music. I'm not sure if last year they really had like a full year, because I feel like they only started coming out with new music and starting to promote again the halfway through 2022. So I feel, if I'm correct on that, I think that's what it is, but don't quote me on that, but you guys can let me know. But I feel like their Doom Cheetah song came out halfway through the year, so they didn't really have a full year to promote. So 2023, I think, is going to be a year that Secret Number is going to start promoting a lot more. Hopefully, gonna be in like the names of awards, like end of the year awards, because they weren't in anything in those like big end of the year show awards. They didn't get nominated for anything except for, there's this thing called Road to the Max, which is, I believe, on M Countdown Mnet, but I don't even really know what that is. But they have won a couple times on there. But I just hope that Secret Number can get a number one in the music show, not that Road to Max, but like an actual like M Countdown, Music Bank, Inkigayo, any of those. Hopefully, us Lockies are able to get Secret Number their first win, because I don't know, I feel like the next song that Secret Number comes out might be a banger, because of course all the songs that Secret Number came out this year are all very good, but you know, they have all been training. The new members had like a full year to kind of be a group and perform with each other, and they also performed in concerts and live and in Indonesia too, Dita's hometown. So I feel like the new members are kind of like more comfortable on stage. So I feel like the next time we hear us, I mean, Secret Number is already very good, very talented, but there's still some things that I'm still waiting for, especially that Leia thing I keep talking about. I won't talk about it in this episode. If you want to hear more of that, you can check out my other Secret Number reactions. I pretty much talked about that specific topic, like pretty much every reaction. So go check that out if you haven't seen that, and you don't really know what I'm talking about. But Secret Number, hopefully I feel like high chance that they will have a really good year, because they finally have a full year to kind of promote and come out with new music. And hopefully Vine does allow them to make more music frequently. And again, I don't know if the situation is like Vine isn't letting them promote, or it's the members. I don't know. You guys can let me know if there's more talks about that. But I've also heard that like sometime in the next couple months, Secret Number might be doing a Japanese song, like a Japanese debut, pretty much, because they haven't debuted in Japan. And they recently came out with a Japanese channel, like a Japan channel, Secret Number Japan channel. And I was curious why they did that. And some of you guys or Lockies told me that they're gearing up for a Japan debut. And I'm kind of curious about that now because Leia's Japanese, and maybe we get a little bit more of Leia singing, rap. Oh man, I went back to the topic, but that's just because I'm talking about Japan, Secret Number, their channel, Secret Number having a Japanese song, Japanese debut. Leia has to have more parts, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking forward to. Of course, I know, maybe she just doesn't, like, she's fine with having small parts, but I personally, I just want to, like, see, like, hear what she can do. Like, I haven't really got a chance to hear her sing or rap too much, so I don't really know what she's, like, capable of in terms of singing or rapping, but from what I have heard, it's good. But, you know, everyone, except for really Zhu and Leia, I don't really know their vocal ranges or their rapping, but sometimes I do hear Zhu sing on Secret Number songs, and she is very talented and very good, and she's also a very good dancer too. So I'm waiting for the day that we get to see those things. And that's just Secret Number for 2023 that I'm looking forward to. That's the biggest thing because they're my favorite group at the moment. But also iKON, you know what I'm saying? I recently just talked about it, and if you guys are not, like I said, K-pop fans, then you don't know, iKON recently left YG and they signed to 143 Entertainment, which is a smaller company. I don't know if they're actually small, but they believe they started in 2020, so they're pretty new as well. And I already talked about this already. I had 2 episodes kind of about this, like my first reactions to iKON leaving, and then when iKON officially signed with 143, I made another video about it. So if you want to check out more of me talking about iKON, go check out those 2 videos. But iKON, like I said, it's going to be an interesting year for them as well because they moved to a new agency, and in the agency there's an artist by the name of Doki that I'm a big fan of, and I've been waiting for him and Bobby to collab ever since they were on a show together, and they won that show together. So that's what I'm hoping for, because now they're in the same label. They can, maybe it's not easy for them to collab, but it should be like easier to contact because they're in the same label, but Doki's not even in Korea at the moment. But that's just something I'm looking forward to. So, and also just iKON as a group, curious of what their sound is going to be like, because they're not in YG anymore, so they don't have that YG producer. But I do know that DK does help produce some of the iKON songs nowadays, or in the last couple comebacks that they've done. And I don't know if that producer that helped iKON also moved to help iKON as well, because I do know that with BI, like one of the producers in YG also moved with BI, and now he's working with BI with the producing and everything as well. So I'm curious if that's going to happen with iKON. I don't know. But I was also told that with iKON that they're already gearing up for a comeback, hopefully, and also a world tour or something. So I'm very curious about what iKON's going to bring to 2023. Hopefully, now that they're in a, like I said, a new company or a different company, they have more freedom and they can like come out with music more often. And like I said, I also don't know if it's YG not letting them come out with music when they want to, or if it's the members. But I feel like members really want to come out with more music, but it was just YG holding them back, you know what I'm saying? That's what I hear from fans. And that's also what I kind of see too. So, let's see, 2023, what happens with, iKON. It should be good things because now they're free, because when that post of YG leaving, or iKON leaving YG first happened, there was like a hashtag, iKON is free, you know what I'm saying? Bobby's free. All the members are free. So I feel like I already know it's going to be a good thing for iKON that they finally can do things freely. And also I'm really hoping that iKON is able to meet BI in person and like actually show that they're with BI. They don't have to they don't have to hide it, because I do know a couple of the members of Icon do like contact BI every now and then, like on Instagram and stuff like that, but it's kind of secret. But hopefully now that publicly they can like hang out, or hopefully we get a little collab one day. That's just what I'm looking for. And there's a lot of other groups, like a lot of the new groups that just came out, Les Seraphim, NMIX, IVE, all those groups. I'm curious what they're gonna come out with, especially Les Seraphim, because out of all of the new groups that came out, they're probably my favorite. So I'm curious how they're gonna improve and what they're gonna bring to 2023. And also Treasures, another group that but I'm a really big fan of now, and I wish I was a fan of them earlier. But their latest song, Hello, is still a song that I listen to very constantly, even though it's came out for a while. And yeah, it's just 2023 is going to be a big year for K-pop, I think, because there's a lot of and we're going to get a lot of new groups like debuting. That new YG group, I don't know when they're supposed to debut, but they are like forming and they are being like talked about. So a lot of new groups are probably going to be debuting this year, so I'm excited about this year. So hopefully you guys are excited as much as I am, and let me know who you're most excited for in 2023 in the K-pop era. So the last thing I'm gonna talk about before we end it is just some of my favorite songs of 2022. I just kind of wrote a list, but I just thought of it from the top of my head. Like once I had like the phone, and I was like, okay, think of songs that I really liked in 2022, and I just wrote them all down. So I'm gonna give you the list now. Okay, so these songs are not in like particular order, but I will start off with like my favorite songs that I pretty much listen to constantly. That actually these songs came out pretty late in the year, like pretty much November, December, but I love them and I can't really get them out of my head at the moment. So, but there's also songs that came out a little during like early 2022, but there's probably also songs that I'm going to miss out in this list. But like I said, these are just songs that I thought of from the top of my head that I constantly was listening to in the year 2022. So Icon But You was one of my favorite songs by far in this year. That song came out in like the summertime, and I'm still listening to it to this day. And I just love that it's like has that old school feel, and it's just an amazing song. And it also pumps me up kind of too. It doesn't like just like make me want to dance, and has like, I don't know, it just makes me really want to dance and get hype, you know what I'm saying, when it's not really that much of a hype song. And actually Icon did do a Killing verse, and they did perform a song, and I did react to the whole Killing verse. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out, because I go a little crazy when I listen to Icon songs. So they did a full pretty much concert on Dingo. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out, and you can see me go crazy over some Icon songs, you know what I'm saying. But next song is not really K-pop, but a song that I've already kind of on my Instagram and on here as well, but mostly on Instagram. I've been talking about this guy, this song. This song also came out, I believe, in December, and the song is by Our Real Goat, who is a K-hip-hop artist, but he came out with a singing rap song. I don't know if it's really called pop, but it's kind of like a singing rap song. So it's called Bruised, and it's featuring Loopy and Skinny Brown. But I'm sure that you guys are watching this. If you guys know Our Real Goat, let me know in the comments. But I feel like a lot of you guys that are going to be watching, you probably don't. But I don't even care that this song came out late this year, but it's still one of my favorite songs. It's still like, if it came out in January 2022, I would still be a fan of the song to this day, because it's just one of my favorite songs, and it's like kind of like my favorite genre of music. So that song is like my top favorite songs of 2022. And yeah. And then another song is by RM. If you guys don't know, he recently came out with this, his solo album, had a title track called Wildflower. And I did react to the music video. Like the video itself was a beautiful shot, edited video. And also the song was very beautiful as well. And if you listen to it with headphones, it gets even better. And the feature, Jjan, on there, amazing feature, perfect feature for the song. At first, I thought the Jjan I was talking about and was featuring was the Jjan from Les Seraphim. That's the whole, like, cause it was kind of written like that, but, later we saw the English pronunciation of her name, and it's different from how the Les Seraphim Jjan spells her name in English. So then I knew it was not her. But if it really was Jjan on RM's song, then I'm curious how that's gonna sound. Hopefully we might be able to see a Ho Jjan, I think that's her name, Les Seraphim, Ho Jjan, do a cover to RM. You know, maybe because they are in the same label, pretty much, Hype, you know what I'm saying? So RM Wildflower is not another one of my favorite songs of this year, and also came out kind of late. But another song, B.I., he had came out 2 songs this year, Beta Beta and Keep Me Up. Those 2 songs, I can't really pick a favorite at the moment, but both songs are very good, and those both came out. They're both title tracks, and both came out this year. Treasure, Hello, like I mentioned that a little earlier, but that's one of my favorite songs. Like I said, still listen to that song to this day, Treasure, Hello, and that song also pumps me up a lot in the gym. If I need to do cardio or need to do, like, I don't get hype, that's a song I go to instantly. And like I said, a little thing about Treasure is, if you guys know a fan of them, they recently lost 2 members. That's why I wish I got into this group earlier, because then I could have a full experience of the group with the 2 members that left. But now that the 2 members have left, it's like a little sad for me, because I didn't really get a chance to kind of experience Treasure with the members, with those members in it as well. So that's a little sad, but that's why I'm kind of curious about 2023 as well, because I'm curious how the other 2 members that left Treasure, if they're gonna do anything in 2023, and I'm looking forward to it, because one of them was one of my favorites. Bang Ye Down, man, he was one of my favorites. He was like probably my favorite. Like, when I first heard Treasure, he was the first voice that really caught my attention. Okay, next, Secret Number. Of course, I had to put him in there. Put him in here. Doomchi Tap and Slam. They came out. Well, actually, they also came out with Ola, but the title tracks was Doomchi and Tap. And actually, I think my favorite Secret Number song out of the 4 is probably Doomchi, because before they came out with that song, I predicted and hoped that they came up with a song that's like a style of song like that, and I'm so glad that they did. And like I said, honestly, I feel like that's my favorite Secret Number song like ever. So yeah, Doomchi out of the 4 songs they came out with, I would say it's my favorite this year. And also Kara, like I said, they came out the album, and also they returned with When I Move is actually a very good song. And they also did a Killing Voice, Dingo, and I did react to that as well. But that also really killed me too, because when I heard them sing live and with them mics in Dingo, because they always have mics if they have singers and multiple singers, like a group, and it just really made me feel like that was the place for Carver, because they have a song called Step, and in the music video they had that mic stand, and ever since Dingo started that Killing Voice verse, I've been waiting for Carver to be on there. I didn't really expect them to be on there, because I didn't even know if they were gonna continue to make music. When they announced that they were coming back, it was very shocking to me because I didn't expect it. And it was even shocking when I found out that Jjan and Nicole returned as well. So that was a big surprise for me, and I think a lot of K-pop fans out there and a lot of Kara fans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They also, like I said, returned to Mama in Japan, which is pretty crazy. So I was curious to see, like, if you're a Japanese fan watching this or a Japanese Kara fan, let me know your thoughts and reactions when they appeared in the Mamas in Japan, because I'm sure everyone went crazy when they came out the curtain, you know what I'm saying? And the screen said Kara, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everyone got up off their seats to cheer on Kara. But Kara song, one of my favorite songs of this year as well. And then Chungha, of course, Sparkling. Actually, she only came out with one song this year, I think, just Sparkling, right? But that song had an album to it, like a full album. So, and I haven't actually had a chance to listen to all the songs yet. So if you want me to, definitely let me know in the comments. And, but Chungha did do a song with Christopher. That song isn't like, I don't know. But in terms of just Chungha, I feel like she only just came out with one song, Sparkling, which another thing in 2023, hopefully Chungha comes out with more stuff. And also another thing, I keep having more thoughts the more I talk, but usually doesn't happen. But anyways, Bindit, who used to be an M&H, same company as Chungha, they were like a younger girl group that I was actually a really big fan of. And like I said, they were under M&H, and Chungha was best friends with one of the members in Bindit. And they recently, this year they disbanded, which was kind of sad because I was waiting for them to come back. They did come back, and then a few months later they announced their disbandment. So that's a little sad. One sad thing that happened in K-pop, group that I'm really big fan of that are still relatively new, return after a couple years, and then shortly after they announced that they're disbanding. So that, and also hopefully, I don't know, maybe it's M&H's fault, and a lot of people are saying free Chungha from M&H now. So I don't know if she's gonna leave the company, but after Chungha leaves M&H, I don't know if there's anyone else. There's no one else in M&H except for a new boy group that's supposed to debut in M&H. So, and again, I don't know with Chungha's, if it's her that doesn't want to come out with music or content, or the company. And of course, Chungha did come out with the album. It wasn't just one song, Sparkling, but it's like a full album, like not mini, a full album. So I definitely respect that. But I'm just curious about why only like one comeback. If you guys know, you can let me know. Of course, Big Bang Still Life is one of my favorite songs and probably the most impactful song for me, because big fan of Big Bang, and I don't know, I kind of consider myself an old K-pop fan because I was a big fan of K-pop when these old groups like SNSD, Big Bang, Kara were still promoting. Were promoting, you know what I'm saying? So to listen to the music video and the song, it got me emotional. I think everyone that reacted to the song and watched the music video and listened, like not even reacted, but listening or watched the music video on your own, definitely got emotional. Like, if you didn't, then you were not a fan of K-pop then. So, yeah, let me know if you did not feel emotional when listening to that song, because I feel like if I ask anybody that's a K-pop fan about that song and how they felt, I feel like emotional is definitely one way that they would describe it, I think. Another song that came out this year was Key, who actually I'm a big fan of. Shiny Key came out with a song, a solo song, Gasoline, and that's one of my favorite songs of this year. Les Seraphim, Anti-Fragile, of course. That song's so addicting. Anti-Fragile, you know what I'm saying? So that song, and then also G-Idol came out 2 songs, but I actually prefer Tomboy a lot more because that's like a rock, and I'm a big fan of like rock style and kind of like teen rock kind of genre type songs, and Tomboy was kind of like that, so I prefer that over Nude. And to be honest, I didn't really listen to Nude too much. I pretty much just reacted to the song and watched the music video again a couple times, and then I saw the live performances as well. But Tomboy, I listened to that song like There's No Tomorrow, and also watched all the live performances. And yeah, that's why I just think Tomboy was my favorite over Nude. And let me know in the comments if you guys like Nude or Tomboy better. And the last song that I have on my list is Stacy's Beautiful Monster. Now that song also doesn't get me excited. I mean, it doesn't make me want to dance, but it's like I feel it's like a peaceful song and very enjoyable. You don't have to like be dancing. You can like listen to it and still feel happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but those are not all, but the songs that from the top of my head that I thought about 2020 favorite songs. Those songs came to my head, and I'm pretty sure by the time I end this recording and upload this video, I'm gonna have another song that I forgot about in 2022. But these were just the songs that I could not stop thinking about in 2022. You know what I'm saying? So, well, let me know your favorite songs in 2022. I didn't do a proper top 10 songs of 2022 just because I don't even know if you guys want to see that. If you do, let me know and I can do it for next year, 2023. But that is it. And wow, I really talked for that long. It says I talked for like 50 minutes. I hope I didn't do that. But if I did, then good on me, because I usually don't talk that much in person. So, and usually these solo, just me talking to you guys type podcasts, it doesn't run that long. I mean, 20 minutes usually is like when I end, but it says I'm at 50 minutes, but I don't know. We'll see when the full product is done. That is the end of the video, end of the podcast. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments. I know it's a long one, so if you stuck around for the whole thing, let me know in the comments. But I'm sure that a lot of you guys probably didn't, because I don't even know if my voice is that like entertaining to listen to. And that's why I like having guests, so that we can have someone else speak and I can drink my damn drink, man. I didn't even get to drink this again. But like I said, if you guys enjoyed it or this episode, let me know in the comments. If you haven't seen my other episodes, I have an entire playlist, and I've done a couple episodes already, so if you want to see all of them, and you can go check it out. And some of the episodes I do have guests, so if you want to hear more voices than just myself, you can go check out those. And there's a certain guest that I should bring on to the Jjan podcast. Let me know who I should have and what kind of topics I should talk about. Because this is kind of like a news channel for me, or first reactions channel, or first reactions podcast. So like when big news like Icon leaving, YG comes up, I'm gonna talk about it, and that's gonna be the episode of the podcast. So I don't even really know if it's a podcast, but it's just me talking to you, so I think it's considered a podcast episode. So I'm gonna shut up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Jjan podcast. And also, before I go, let me know your favorite like moments of 2022, and if you guys thought it was a good year of K-pop, and let me know who you guys are looking forward to in 2023 in terms of K-pop, and who and what you're looking forward to in this year. And I'll see you guys later in the next Jjan podcast. Peace. Yeah! New shirts finally dropped. Go check the link in the description. JustByronShop.com. Cop yourself a shirt. There's 2 types. Go cop yourself whichever one you like. There's some descriptions to help you find your selection. Go check it out. Let's go. Jjan. Oh shit, that did not taste good.